sun's out, guns out. Well, kind of, so to speak anyways. Hey everybody. Got a break in the weather today. It actually ended up being pretty sunny outside. It's still cold. It's maybe 35, 40 if we're lucky. Have some Geco 9mm 115 grain jacketed hollow point today. This is donated by C.O.R.E. I'll put his Instagram link in the description below. As always, we have our 3.6 inch barrel, our 4.95 inch and 7.72 inch barrel. 10 feet pro chrono pal chrono. Let's get into this. So up first always our 3.6 inch FNS 9C. $10, $28, $10, $64, $10, $45, $10, $26, $10, $35. Now our 4.95 inch M&P core. $10.93, $11.85, $11.66, $11.70, $11.53, and finally our CZ Evo. $12.48, $12.56, $12.61, $12.57, $12.17. So we've got our clear ballistics gel set up down below. The block's getting kind of old, so it's getting really hard to see the wound path in great detail. But we'll take a shot with no denim and a shot with denim. We'll use our 4.95 inch barrel since that's a good compromise between the short and the long barrels. We're at 10 feet as always. Try to get a chronograph reading off this guy. Velocity was 1087. Never fails, the GoPro battery always dies at the most unexpected time. So here's our wound path right here. We penetrated the entire 16 inches of the block, plus one milk jug, and it poked the front side of another one. It didn't penetrate. We found it approximately 2 feet to the right of the stand, approximately 1 foot forward, so it had a little bit of bounce there. It looks like there's good temporary wound cavity there. Let me change camera angles and show you the recovered round. So here was the recovered round. Very little expansion. You can see it tried to open up, but couldn't quite get there. I wonder if the velocity out of the 5 inch is just too low for this particular round. Instead of doing the denim, let's try the CZ and see if the 1200 plus feet per second will make this thing open up. Let's see if I can grab another angle of the wound path here. This is the downside to clear ballistics gel. Yeah, it's reusable. It's a consistent medium. Some may argue that organic ballistics gel is better. We're not going to argue that today. I use this to have a good visual representation of what a bullet might do when you encounter flesh. With that being said, your temporary cavity pretty much stretches the entire path of the bullet and the gel. The last 3 inches or so it kind of calms down and all you've got is permanent wound cavity. So let's try the Evo now. So since we didn't get that great of expansion out of the slower velocity, let's try the Evo barrel and see what we get. Velocity was 12, 44. Well, the Evo looks like it had a lot better results. We've got temporary cavity disruption through the first 8 inches of the block. The bullet came to rest right around 15 1/4 inches in this block. It didn't penetrate the entire way, or if it did, it looks like it bounced back maybe 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. It looks like we've got expansion. Past the 8-inch mark, you've got just your permanent wound cavity happening there. Like I said, it's hard to see on this gel because it's getting dark. So that's not bad. Let me try a different angle real quick. The bottom track that you're looking at is the Evo barrel. Right up to here to about the 9-inch mark, you got a little tiny lead fragment that broke off there. Made a little tiny wound channel there. And then after that, like I said, it's pretty much just all permanent wound cavity up until there. The top one, I don't know if you can see any better, is the 4.95-inch barrel. It went this way, right to left. I flipped the block around. Overall, I'm not too sure about some of these 115 grain loadings in 9mm. I think for the money, most of the recommended stuff that law enforcement uses, like HST, Ranger T, or the Gold Dots, are a better choice, especially since both of these shots didn't involve any denim, which may have caused it to clog, and there's no intermediate barriers. I really wish I had the budget to do some more shots per gel like TN Outdoors 9. We could get some plywood tests and some sheet metal tests. Maybe if I start having enough extra funds to get a couple more of these blocks, we can make that happen. As always, thanks again, C.O.R.E, for the donation, and thanks again everybody for watching. And until next time, take it easy everybody.